Retired party girls, yeah, we spilling the tea. From Bravo to pop culture, no apology. White refrigerator, buy wig, please. It's all happening. Mid-season receipts left the party at 10, but the vibe's still loud. Front row on the sofa, breaking it down. If it's trending, messy, spiraling fast, we rewind the footage and run it back. That's my opinion. Yeah, I said what I said. Confetti, no energy. Drama keeps us fed. Champagne or tea, pull up the truth. Reality, in bed by 12, but we still run the world. Welcome inside with the retired party girls. Retired party girls.
Hi, after partiers. I hope you all have had a lovely week. Probably not as lovely as Tessa's has been.
Ooh, baby, happy for Friday. My titties are out and I have just got back from vacation. I don't know if you guys are watching this or just listening to this, but I look extremely tan right now. And yeah, that's all I have to take back with me from this trip because I sure as hell don't have no more money. Okay, you girl is struggling. Okay.
Feel that. Yeah, it is Friday, April 10th. And y'all, I am so sorry. We had some issues uploading the last episode that we did record last Friday. So I just said, you know what? I am not Tessa's boss. I am her partner here. And I'm going to leave her alone while she is in Barbados with her lady girl. Okay. So
that was on me, you guys. I'm really sorry about that. And I dropped the ball and I'm going to do better. Please don't beat me again, master. That was the appropriate look. The look that she just gave me right now. She was like, don't do this to me. Don't come on here with this race. I'm not about that. We're not doing that. Okay?
Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me.
Okay. So I'm sorry you guys.
She said it.
Okay. And moving on. As we move on.
As we move on.
Friday vibes.
So happy for you. So glad you got to go be on a beach and in a pool. Love that for you.
Thank you. I love that for me as well.
Yeah. We were going to have a fabulous guests come in and co-host, but then all hell broke loose when, God forbid, McCoy had some bougie chocolate and said his tummy was hurting. And that was the end of everything for me that day. But we're going to work on that again. Now, I want to start this off first. I am working relentlessly at the moment, if you live in Denver, to get summer house reunion watch parties put together. And I am in talks with a venue that I have actually had a birthday party at. It is the most perfect venue. I'm obsessed. And I'm waiting to get confirmation. And Tessa and I are trying to maybe work out that she could come out and co-host with me the final reunion episode. So I prefer the under promise over deliver, but I need y'all to show me the interest if you're in remotely the Denver area, because the more they see that there's interest, the higher the likelihood. So should we... Oh, okay. I'm wondering, because I said to you that we should start with Atlanta, but now I'm wondering if we should just start with Summer House so that it can be part of some of the topics that we were going to discuss. What do you think?
Let's do it. Yeah, let's get into Summer House. Yeah, because I have a lot of thoughts. Let's get them all out there. And they're not good. But I did see the trailer of In the City that came out this past week, and we need to talk about that. Should we talk about that before or after Summer House? Because at this point,
let's start that.
Okay, let's start with In the City.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Let's talk within the city. Who the hell are all these people? Where's Ciara? Where's Carl? I'm not mad at it. I just feel like it's a lot of yes men for Kyle. Personally, it's all Kyle's buddies, and I don't need it. But I am open and I will give it a chance. What are you thinking?
There is a vast lack of diversity in a big old melting pot like New York. Okay, that's number one. Number two, this is the thing. It has been said that the reason Carl is not on there is because he's single, not in a relationship, doesn't have kids, etc. Yet we have this one guy, I believe his name's Gavin, our really one of our two people of color. And it says in his bio on Bravo, he is the quintessential bachelor. Okay. He's an entrepreneur and he is a bachelor. So that's not the case. And I'm wondering, what about Gabby? She and Lindsay are friends. Why is she not on there? We have no black women. That's number one. Number two, I do not believe that Wes Wilson would have been shown in this trailer if everything had not happened. They ran into that editing room and cut that in real quick. Yes.
Oh, for sure.
And I have a theory when it comes to West and his whole game plan here. Now, if you haven't seen the content I did on this, then this is for you. If you did, I have even more thoughts because I can talk a little longer here. You know how a lot of us, especially after he screwed over Ciara, were saying, did he use Ciara as a storyline to stay on this show on Summer House? You remember this?
Yes.
Well, I think with the likelihood, whether they keep trying to tell us this or not, they are not going to be keeping Kyle and Amanda and Lindsay on Summer House. We're not going to have them on two shows every year on this network. And everyone has been saying this is getting a little crazy to have Kyle, who's 43, almost 44, I believe now, still partying it up with these people who are in their late 20s every summer when he's a CEO and, he is a founder and CEO. So I think what's happening now, because I do believe that our newer, younger additives to the cast are amazing. I love Mia, KJ, lover or not. I think Bailey is amazing. I don't know if Levi's going to stick around or not. I don't know what's happening there, but this is the first time I feel like we are having some really solid newbies aside from the West and Jesse coming in. And then that leaves West and Jesse being the new Kyles of the house. And I don't think West wants to be the Kyle of the house, the oldest guy in there. And I think he wants to hop on over to In the City and be able to be on there instead, because that has more longevity than Summer House. If you look at what happened with Vanderpump Rules, how they completely got rid of the old cast and they just started over, I think West wants to be on In the City. And Amanda was already a very easy way in on that. And I think because she's separated, all of that. And then when all of this happened, I think that's the main reason behind why we're seeing all this stuff like, yeah, West is saying they're in a serious relationship. They're going strong. I wanted to lose my mind when I saw that TMZ article saying that he is being a supportive partner behind the scenes, a partner. You're not just you're partners now.
They're rage baiting us. I don't know why. I don't know why, but that was rage bait. I agree with everything that you're saying, but have you heard about Summer House, the Ozarks?
I have. Okay. I don't know a lot about it.
Okay. So have you heard that West is supposed to be the bridge between that new show? Okay. So that is why I do think he does not want to be the Kyle. I do agree that we do have a very strong cast of newbies. And that's why Summer House was done. We lost Paige. Okay. Lindsay's a mom. She's basically like a recurring character at this point. Amanda and Kyle, they're donezo. Like I thought we all were in agreement that we were leaving the old past behind. We're putting them on the valley and the city. Okay. And these newbies, they're going to be moving forward with Summer House from now on. That's what I thought. I thought like this is our last season of the OG cast. I'm done with
Agreed.
Them. But now that we're doing the Ozarks, what do you mean to tell me West is going to be on yet another reality show? This dude is such a clout chaser. It makes me sick. Yes, I do agree that he was with Ciara for the storyline. Yes, I do believe he's being a partner to Amanda for a storyline. The fact that in your video, I almost punched my phone, girl. The fact that he was like, it's not a big deal that I'm dating like my ex from 2 years ago's friend. And I'll be fine because Tom Sandoval got the Traitors. Oh my God.
Oh, he's up. Yeah. And I'm hearing that he might be up for Traitors. But can I piggyback for a moment off of that point of West saying, I don't think it's that big of a deal. a fellow podcaster, content creator, friend of the show, Donna Bowling, had posted something, I believe it was to Threads. And it was the best point because I have been fighting in the comments with people saying Ciara needs to grow up after we saw her interviewing on the Euphoria premiere carpet with Sydney Sweeney, saying, how would you feel about your best friends? And she used the word stealing your ex. First of all, let me be very clear. The way some of y'all mince this word with her, you do not know what it is like. Whether she has done this a bunch, you don't know what it's like being in front of people that you're like, oh my gosh, this is a celebrity. And you are intended to be comfortable and well-spoken and interview them with interesting questions. Like when I was at BravoCon, when I was interviewing, I couldn't stop saying the word absolutely. I wanted to put my head through a wall. I don't know why I kept saying that word, okay? It was ridiculous. But that being said, what Donna had pointed out was it's not just that Amanda is dating Ciara's ex. She's dating the guy that broke her heart. And that is it. That was such a good point that Donna made. And I really, that hit me so hard because then you remember back in your late teens, your early 20s, that guy that maybe wouldn't commit to you, that you wish you would be able to say, I was not in love with that person. But there are different types of love. There are different types of in love. And you were like in love with that person. And if your best friend, that got me 5 times as much fired up because I remember that guy that I was just, why won't he just commit to me? And it was almost embarrassing sometimes, but I would fall back into it and I'd just be like, why? And I just couldn't stay away. And again, this was, before I was 25. But this is what that was for Ciara. He shattered her heart and she felt embarrassed by him in front of the nation, okay? And she received all the DMs, all the shitty comments, all the things. And for Amanda to go date and sleep with and hook up with and have a full relationship of some kind, whatever you want to call it. I don't come into the comment section being like, it's not a real commitment. He ain't committing. I get it. This is him speaking publicly in a we statement with Amanda is enough of a commitment on the public aspect that you had mentioned Ciara was looking for. And for it to be this man who destroyed her heart in that process. And she was hurt as hell. Okay, we know that feeling. I feel even more upset and I'm smiling through the anger.
And that's so real. And for it not just to be the guy that broke your friend's heart, but for you to be one of the friends that sat there and wiped her tears as she cried over this man. Like you sat there and you hugged her when she was physically shaking, sobbing, hurt. You were there. You felt that trembling and you still did it. That's why I'm like,
I can't.
Every time I try and talk about it, I lose words because I just don't understand how any man could ever be worth this. Like,
no.
Ever be worth this. Like, I'm saying, like, if I had the chance to be with like Zendaya, who I look at as like also like a sister, but also like I would do her because I'm kind of like obsessed with myself. I wouldn't if it meant hurting you, Katie Hanks. I wouldn't do that.
No.
Like nobody would be worth that.
No. And, this isn't just talking about being flirtatious and being friends that flirt. We're not talking about that. That is so God. That's why I don't care what anyone says. Yes, it has taken on a whole thing that is worse than Scandival, and that's not to negate what happened to Ariana in that. That just because one thing might be a worse situation, it doesn't mean the other situation wasn't horrible, right? I just, and again, I don't like to see anyone be harassed, receive unalive threats. This is not that level of serious, but it is that level of, you are the definition of someone who is not a true girl's girl. You are not a true friend. And after Paige and Hannah talked about it a tiny bit on Giggly Squad, and after it was starting to be pointed out that Amanda and Craig, when Paige and Craig were together, yes, I made content on that too. There's a scene, that scene where Danielle and Ciara got into it because Ciara was upset with Lindsay over her kissing Austin, and Ciara had been trying to really vocalize, and Danielle had told her to shut the F up. Yeah, which, remember, Ciara, like, that's where they were trying to push her into that angry black woman box. I want to make that very clear. Lindsay wasn't, but I felt that Danielle was. Okay. I just want to be very clear about that, because once I rewatched that scene again, I just, because it was a while ago, I went, oh, wow. You really were trying to rile her up back against you in your way of standing up for Lindsay. Aside from that, Amanda and Craig are holding hands under the table as this is happening. And it looked like, and I couldn't tell for certain, she may have either had her arm behind the back of his chair, or it looked like she had been like doing this, like with her hand to the back of his neck. And Paige is sitting across from them. And there's another video of him and Amanda somewhere out, clearly in the Hamptons. And he had posted it to his Instagram stories back then. And he says, kiss on the cheek or something, and she grabs like his whole face and kisses his cheek, which, yes, it's just a kiss on the cheek, but excuse me, let me say, it'd be one thing, Tessa, if you were kissing my man on the cheek, because I know you have no interest in him, okay? It's another, you know what I mean? Truly. This is a whole other thing. So I think that there were already a few underlying things, maybe, with Paige and Amanda.
Amanda is that girl. Amanda is that girl. And I fear that we all know that girl who, if we just say, oh my gosh, we have a crush on this guy, or this guy asked for my number, or just like, should I slide into his DMs, just anything. A friend hears that you are interested in someone, she immediately goes for him. Not because she was interested, just because she gets something out of being able to conquer what you want. It does something for her. It feeds her in a sick way. Okay. And I did not expect that of Amanda.
Me either.
You say she's not a girl's girl. She's a pick-me. Yes, those things are shocking to me, but what's most shocking to me is that this girl is just not that bright when it comes to business, okay? Because girl, if you want to like destroy your friendships behind closed doors, do what you want to do. But the fact that you came up on here ruining your entire reputation, your brand deals, the sponsorships, the hosting events, just everything that you could have created as a woman herself, the way that we were writing for you, we were supporting you in this next chapter of your life. You didn't just spit in Ciara's face. You spit in all of ours. Okay. I'm wiping it off and I'm done with you, girl. And I don't know why you would have risked that.
Do you know what I think she believes or believed, especially within the city coming out, and after what we witnessed Kyle treating her a couple episodes ago? I think she believed that once we all saw how he had been treating her, that we would feel bad for her and just be happy for her that she was with someone who was treating her well. We would be if it wasn't the man who absolutely shattered Ciara's heart. You know, that girl that you said in quotes, who was it with? It wasn't with Glamour. It was with Marie Claire. She credited Ciara for helping her get through the summer last year and the separation. And this article came out at the beginning of March. That is what I'm saying. It is so duplicitous.
I'm just trying to think, like, we got this podcast going. We're going to be on Watch What Happens Live. We're going to be hosting the Golden Globes, you know?
Hell yeah.
Why would I want to fuck Jay? Don't get me wrong. He looked good. And if I was going to be with a guy, it'd be one like him for sure.
Yeah.
But like, how would I put my bag up like that? You know, I'm just like, I don't get it. Like, I want to understand. As an empath, I'm always trying to put myself in the other person's shoes. I do not understand where he's coming from with this.
No.
I do not understand.
No.
And I'm feeling weird things about Kyle, because the way that he is supporting her and writing for her and caring about her while he's going through. Oh,
I'm split on it.
Something I don't know?
Because I feel the same way. No, I'm split on it. I feel the exact same way, but also because he very much allegedly hooked up with Sally the 2 weekends ago. Also, he is about to be shown even in an even worse light. He still has the fight with Carl coming up, or with someone where Carl is having to go after him. Remember, we've seen that preview.
Right.
And then in the city trailer, in the now I'm gonna get annoyed with having to say that every time. In the trailer for In the City, we see where Amanda's saying, "Are you threatening me?" to Kyle, even though I picked up on the fact that she first said, "If you come for me, I will come back harder." And then he said something back. Well, are you threatening me, Kyle? But I think we're going to see even worse from him, and he knows that's coming. But can I say, from what I've heard, Loverboy, this revived Loverboy. This whole thing did. Yes.
Well, good for Loverboy. Good, because I was getting anxiety watching his struggles. I was, you know. He put a lot of work into that. I mean, look how men do whenever they get a business. Look at the Toms. They destroy their relationships for their business because they go all in. Mm-hmm. So at least something was saved, you know? But
yeah, thoughts on that? Because that's where I'm split. I really find it classy and mature the way he's been about it, but I also think he knows he's about to get some shit too.
He's like, I got about 3-4 weeks left before they actually see the mask slip even further. And so, hey, you guys, who wants to buy some Loverboy? Okay, I am mad at it. I am mad at it. Do what you got to do, you know?
Yeah.
Damn, Kyle. All right, I'm excited for In the City. I'm excited for it. There is a serious lack of diversity, like you said. But what do I expect from this friend group at this point? Not much. Not much. Because they can sit at a table and hear that conversation with Ciara, Mia, and KJ, and then still go off and do what they do. So I honestly don't even want people of color to be around them anymore. I don't think they're safe. So,
before we take a break, I have an idea. Since they abolished Martha's Vineyard, what if we took some of them from Martha's Vineyard to replace a lot of the people that left from the OG cast on Summer House?
Here's my thing. I love the Martha's Vineyard cast, but I also feel like they're more in the city, the valley type place.
That's true.
Like, I felt like when we started Summer House, everybody was very much in a party phase, but they're very much in their level up, come up. Like, we even had a married couple getting pregnant. Like, I very much feel like they're in their valley setting. So I want to see them back. I don't know if it needs to be in a Summer House setting, because I want to see their real lives. Like, you know, like I really think when we get a Summer House, I want to see people party. Like, I want it to be, summer should be fun, you know? Like, and I just got I'm getting so old. I just celebrated my girlfriend's 40th birthday. What the fuck? And we're just in another phase, okay? Like, and it's not that I'm not interested. Like, I'm interested in your life and the things that like we're doing, you know, parenthood and new endeavors. But Summer House is about partying and hooking up. So like, let's do that. You know?
Okay, I agree. We need to find somewhere for them to come back where it's not just separating
sure.
them and making them have their own show that they're fighting for. Because why does it have to be that way? But let's take a quick break, and then there are a few things I want to talk about from this last episode of Summer House with you, because I'm dying to hear some of your thoughts. Okay, so we will be right back. Okay, this last episode of Summer House. A lot of people really want to hate on, is it Dara or Dara?
Dara, I think it's Dara.
Okay. I think because she is so confident, she's hot, she's funny. I don't love the flirting where it's the negging that she likes to do with KJ, because I think he's just more of a sweet lover boy, but he seems to be fine with it. So whatever. But I did love that resolution between her and Bailey. That Dara is what I consider more of a girl's girl, in the sense like she can go ahead. Being a girl's girl does not mean you don't get upset with other women if you have valid reason to get upset. I loved the resolution where they both ended up being against Ben at the end of it.
I didn't know people were hating on her, first of all, because I think she's amazing. She's gorgeous. I think she's cool. I really respected how she came to Bailey. I did not appreciate Bailey's tone. How do I come into this? Okay, well, were you not in his room? I was like, I don't think he likes Dara, but I also think it's because she's insecure. Once again, I'm sorry, girl. I'm sorry. But every time she talks about Ben and another girl, Ben's in love with this girl. And it's like, girl, I really need you. I need you to move on to something else, please, for your sake.
Seems like she has. To Carl, at least.
I mean, yes and no. It's weird because I just feel like she was giving so much more energy to Ben than she is with Carl, and Carl is actually reciprocal. So it's weird. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about them now anymore. I thought I liked it. No, I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Then when Ben's girlfriend Sabrina came in, I loved how Jesse clocked that they had been together this whole time. And there were so many things that proved it in that moment. But Sabrina, she's beautiful. She's adorable. She is, in my mind, that quintessential LA girl who is an actress, who you've seen be on a lot of guest stars, do just a few recurring, that I would have been in an acting class with, and is the type that, and I have been in these acting classes where maybe it was a whole weekend intensive type of thing. And there are people who have their own relationships that maybe married or whatever. And these people will be like holding hands and hugging each other as we're sitting in class. I always found it so weird, but she is one of those girlies. I feel it in my bones.
Oh, I know exactly who you're talking about. And that is her. That is her. The girl is beautiful. But she came in a little fangirling over like Ciara and everybody. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna give it to you because I might fangirl over Ciara too. I'd reel it in a little bit. But then with Amanda, that was weird. Okay, first, it was weird for Amanda to tell this girl, everybody thinks Ben's in love with me. But also, I can see how that is a joke. And I think it's kind of weird that Sabrina took it and ran with it and got weirded out by it.
Wait,
what do you think?
That completely lends, though, to our first conversation about how she's all about, well, if you have him, I want to show that I can conquer him. That's what I think that was.
My gosh. And this is why I can't with these straight girls, because I would have let this girl, I would have let Amanda come into my friend group and absolutely destroy me because I didn't even clock that. But this Sabrina girl did. She said, girl, why would you say that everybody thinks my man's in love with you? What are you trying to say? Like, I'm over here thinking, oh, it's just like a dumb comment, but she clocked Amanda's BS from the gate. Okay.
Yes.
Good for you, Sabrina.
Yes.
Good for you, girl.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yes. And this also, the fact that she knew so much about the Amanda and Kyle dynamic that she could comment on it, that further proves that she and Ben have been in contact and like seeing each other this whole time.
Oh, yeah.
To me, that does.
Yeah.
And why would Amanda be so weirded out that she knew? I don't get that either.
That she knew what?
about the stuff going on between her and Kyle.
I'm like, girl, everybody knows. Anybody with a computer and internet access knows. Like,
Yeah.
but I understand that he needed to shade this girl in some way because later on in the episode, this girl was going to come for her. So I was like, okay, Amanda, girl, it's just really not looking good for you.
No.
Wow.
Yeah, but can I also say this? There is something in the way that Ben comes to the women when he's confronting them that I don't like. And I don't know what it is. It's because each time, yes, he is justified in many ways, but it almost feels as though, I don't know, like he's scolding them.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. It's very weird. Like if Jesse or West or even Kyle or Carl came to one of the women to address something with them, it would be at a calmer, like, hey, like this offended me, but he's like mad. Why did you do that? Where was this coming from? Well, now I can't be friends with you anymore. Bro,
it's weird.
Relax. Yeah, it's really
You're
weird.
not my dad.
Yeah.
It almost feels like he's going to ground them or something.
Yeah. He makes all the women feel quite uncomfortable in that way. And
yes,
I'm seeing a pattern here, Ben. And I don't want to say I told you guys so. But we did say a few weeks ago, Ben is a fuckboy. Okay. He's in disguise as this Prince Charming from Australia, the Bachelor. But we see you. We see you, Ben.
I had a relationship with one Australian. I will never name that person publicly because they were a horrible, horrible human being. And I don't know if I'm triggered by the accent, but I think that's part of it. So I may have a bias there. And I'm not that way about all Australian people, but it's a certain, I don't know how to explain it. It's a very specific way that they had these similarities of how they talk and these two, Ben and this other person. And it's almost in a way that they want you to believe that they are emotionally mature and intelligent, but they're not. And I feel like now meeting Sabrina, because she's such an airy fairy, sweet, light, sunshine rainbows girly, that I think Ben can talk down to her gently and she doesn't pick up on it. And I'm not saying that she's a pushover. We don't even know her, but I can see where he would be with someone who's not a Ciara type of person, who's not very straight, a little more even toned and logically speaking. Does that make any sense? Am I making sense at all?
I totally understand what you're saying. You're saying the girl don't mind that he's a flip-flopper, okay? Because she's too in her own world. And we love that, okay? I love living in my own world. But the switch up from Ben is crazy. At the beginning of the summer, he's talking about, well, I don't know, she told me she loved me and that really freaked me out. So I got out of there and I left the country. Okay. And now he's like, she's the most important person to me and I intend to show her. Whoa. Okay. What? Like, he's all over the place and I can't trust him. But Sabrina, if you like it, I love it, girl. You do you.
Love that for you. Well, I also, can we switch gears for a second?
Please.
Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Oh my gosh, yes.
So I feel like we are back. You and I are going to have to admit something.
Back.
We're going to have to confess something that we confessed to each other. Last season of Atlanta, we both fell off because we just couldn't anymore.
I'm sorry.
Which broke my heart.
No, I'm sorry. And it has to be said because when one of your favorite city franchises is flopping, they need to do something about it. They need to know, okay? So that they can rectify the situation. And they heard our pleas our silent pleas because we were actually too afraid to say it out loud. But they felt our pleas.
Yeah.
And they changed it around. They brought in amazing newbies. They gave us the comedy, the confessionals, the looks. It was everything, baby. We're back. Yes.
And that was the thing we were talking about, you know, before we hopped on. I watched the episode 3 times because I know I was so entertained, but not a whole lot of crazy anything happened. And that's how you know it was good. And K. Michelle, I said this to you, that I feel as though she is, if Cardi B and Portia had a baby. She even talks a lot of the ways that Cardi B does. And she is, I love her instantly. Please don't make me regret saying this, because anytime we say this about anyone, I feel like that happens. But I
know.
am obsessed with her. I'm obsessed with her.
No, she's amazing. She's so funny. Like, I just love someone who cracks me up in their confessionals. Like, girl, like the fact that she came in all green to the all black party, she was like, well, I didn't
get the memo.
Everything about her. Yeah. And she's crying in her first 5 minutes about like how all the girls were mean to her in Atlanta and pushed her out. And I'm like, we're getting emotions. We're getting laughs. Like, give me everything, girl. And she mentioned that she was in the same movie as Portia. I was like, girl, drop the movie. Name the plug. They didn't, but I'll go ahead and say it was Single Black Female 3.
Wait, she was in your movie.
Yes. Yes.
I didn't even know that.
3. She's the lead in all 3 of my movies. K. Michelle. Yes.
I didn't put it together.
Yes.
I did not.
I'm
put
so
that
proud.
Together.
I got 2 housewives in my movies now. Yes, that is BB from Single Black Female franchise. Mm-hmm. She is a fan fave in our movies. Yes.
Oh, Tessa, let me say something. I'll say it on air. You better. I want you to reach out to her. I want you to reach out to her.
You know what? I should. I really should.
Let's have her on. Let's see if she'll come on.
You know what? I'm gonna see. I'm gonna do that because I never reach out to anybody because I'm like, I gotta come with an opportunity or something. But my co-writer be reaching out to them all the time, and they are like really close. So I'm just shy. I just don't.
Girl, I've got to do something about this because y'all know I used to be very much that way, and I don't know what happened to me. Something changed within my body in other ways than just giving birth to McCoy. But it's almost like that child has turned me into this person that is like, well, if they say no, they say no. And let's not forget that I went ahead and asked Andy Cohen for tickets to watch What Happens Live when I was a call-in. So now, was I about to absolutely shit my pants, and were my hands so sweaty that I had to keep rubbing them on my jeans before I went on to do that? Yes. I was physically shaking. Physically shaking.
You are so bold because the fact that we saw Stephen DeMarco, Jackson White sitting at a bar, and within 2 seconds you were storming your way over there, looking fly as hell because it's Oscar night, baby. Okay. You look good as hell. You were over there and you were like, Jackson, baby. Let me tell you, I love you. Your show's amazing. My girl fucks with your mom. Just a whole thing. Okay. I was like, how is she doing? I was like behind you. Yeah, I know. I was just like,
I know.
What?
I know. And same when we saw Harry Jousey. Because I said, Tessa, we're going to go talk to him. And you were like, are we? Who's we?
Yeah. And here you go, trying to bring me to another tall, white Australian boy. Okay. Like, you know how I feel about them. Okay. But he was kind of nice. Cute in person. I didn't. Okay. I'll give Harry that. Because I was like, what's the big deal? Okay. Seeing him in person. All right. He looked good. He looked kind of good. Yeah.
He's a good looking guy. I feel like he looks like he's like 17 years old, and I feel like I could be his mother when I don't know if it's just because he has a little bit of a baby face, but so I say it with that caveat. Yes, he is a good looking guy.
But he's
beautiful
tall.
Eyes.
And even as a lesbian, I can say that does something for me, you know,
Yeah.
which is crazy because my girl is 5'2.5". What?
She's a petite queen. Okay.
She's a short queen. Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
But yeah,
I really, aside from Drew Sidora working overtime for that peach, trying to be on everyone's neck there. It's like I've always loved Drew, but then she also, I don't have a sister, but I feel as though if I did, she would be Drew's like an annoying little sister in some regard,
Drew,
in my opinion.
Drew goes to show how much personality goes into attractiveness for me, because I used to have such a crush on her when she was on this show called The Game. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Then I got to know her. Okay. And here's the thing. She's a Taurus. And I am so sorry if you're a Taurus listening to this. Here's the thing. You need to know I'm a Sagittarius. So immediately we're just, Taurus is with me. And so I just don't get them. She's like, well, why are you doing this? Why do you have this attitude? Where's your man at? Are you okay? It's like a very an antagonizing, negging type of approach in conversations. And I don't get it. And I don't like it. Okay. I don't understand why Drew is still there, but if y'all want to keep giving the girl a chance, by all means, I'll accept it.
I will piggyback and support you at the same time about the Taurus thing. Now, nothing against, because I have had 3 very close friends who were Tauruses, and those are the 3 friends I had the worst falling out with, and I'm a Sag rising. But Scorpio and Taurus are supposed to be just the best team. I absolutely not. No. It does not.
Taurus. I keep hearing this from a lot of people. A lot of signs.
Y'all
Taurus.
are a lot of fun.
I don't know. You're fun. You're structured. You work hard. You chase that bag. Love that about you.
You love food.
You love.
You
food.
always know the good food plugs. Yes.
You like taking care of people. We love that about you. But maybe reflect. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just
exactly.
Reflect. But yeah. So let's talk about this couples dinner that they have. I have a lot to say about that. I think it's so interesting that Portia won this man's house, okay, in the divorce, and said, let's have a couples dinner here where I'm going to introduce my new man to you. Which, hold on, I was expecting to see her lesbian girl, okay?
She's coming.
And I know, she's going to come, but I was very let down when this big buff black dude came up and started kissing her on the cheek. I said, who are you?
What?
Yeah, I didn't like that, but okay, Portia, do what you do, girl. She's so bi.
I don't know if you could hear Hattie. Hattie's like next to me, and even she just went.
I know. That's what I know. I want her to be gay too, girl. I say that all the time. But that was a wild ass dinner. And one thing I have to bring up is Angela Oakley and Charles. How many times can this man embarrass her and disrespect her in one episode? First, it starts with...
And she that's just Charles.
Guess what? I don't care. Guess what? I don't care. I don't care. Girl, you do. You do. Why did he get on a radio show and say, I don't know why I proposed that night. Somebody must have put something in my drink. Disrespectful, okay? And then they go to the all black event. Notice how she's in all black and he's wearing a full blue suit. Yeah. You know that she was like, babe, this is a black event. And he was like, I don't give a damn. I'm going to wear what I want to wear. Disrespectful. Okay. And then they're going on playing the who did that game. And Portia asked them who wanted to do something in the bedroom first. And she was like, no, it was him. He couldn't wait. He wanted to take me upstairs. And he was like, no, I didn't. That was you. I didn't even care.
That was so awkward. And to the point that even Portia is just like, okay, well, moving on. The way Michelle said, Charles is an asshole. And good thing I get along with assholes. He is the type of asshole, though, that it's not funny. He's just an asshole.
He's just an asshole. And people try and make it funny because I guess he's this
uncomfortable
basketball player. I don't know why. I don't like it. I don't like him. He continues to disrespect her and she just keeps taking it. And I don't understand why. I don't like it. You can go with Drew to the basement where Ralph is at. I'm done.
Yeah, I agree. I think people keep trying to make it funny because it makes them uncomfortable. Because surely you're joking, right? Being that much of an asshole. But no.
He thinks it's cool to be able to treat his woman like that and knowing that she'll never leave. That's why every rumor they bring up, I believe it. I'm sorry.
I agree.
But he just looks like he would do it.
One more thing before we take a break. Phaedra with well, I have the footage of when they ran into Angela at this, was it a basketball game?
Yes.
And she said, I have the footage and the audio does not line up. And then when they ask her in confessional.
Well, no, I didn't look at the footage, but I did ask for the tapes to be reviewed. So I love Phaedra. Keep her on my TV.
Can't you?
Always.
Same. And can't you just picture the phone call she made? Just sitting there. Yes, I would like that footage from the night of XYZ to be reviewed. Yes, that is Phaedra Parks, attorney at law, mortician, entrepreneur, business owner. Yes. Okay, thank you very much. Just go ahead and send that on over to me. And that is all that happened.
And that was it. And she never heard from, they were like, ma'am, we didn't get your contact. Okay. So, and then she's out here saying, no, I had the tapes reviewed. Girl, okay. I love it.
Loves it.
Hold everyone's feet to the flames, Phaedra.
She raises the standards, is how I feel.
She's just, it's just so nice to have like an OG on there, And I know she's like a season 3-er, but where we're at in Atlanta, I will consider that an OG-er. I consider Portia an OG-er.
I do too. Listen,
it's great to have her back.
We know her. We've known her long enough through 2 divorces and her thinking the Underground Railroad was actually underground. So
we've grown so long for her thinking there was 265 days in the year, girl. And I honestly, that's why her friendship breakup with Shamia hurt so much, is because we have seen them be friends for so long. So knowing that they're not in a good space right now hurts.
But
they both got new besties.
But you know what? I loved that Portia, when Drew was trying to get in, be messy and stir that little pot over there, that Portia was like, no. This is like my sister. You don't worry about our business.
I love that.
When you, if I recall correctly, you said for your big 3, Portia was your rising, didn't you?
Yes.
And I kept thinking throughout the entire episode, I was like, yes, this is Tessa's absolute rising housewife, because the way she said, because I'm a hostess, I'm supposed to be keeping it, comfortable, cute, classy. But as soon as we are out of my house,
she was like, and I should be addressing you, but I won't after I've had this drink. I was like, she's amazing. I love that. She shut it down immediately, as it should be. And because she did that, it makes me feel like maybe there could be some progress in their friendship. I hope so.
Yes. Same.
But that's sad.
Okay, well, let's take a quick break before we talk about the Valley.
Yes.
Because that's the one that I'm feeling the most rage right now. True rage. Okay.
Oh, I can't wait to hear.
Yeah. Okay. BRB. The Valley.
Okay, the Valley,
okay. Yeah. So Brittany and that new man of hers, I think you and I are going to be able to empathize with Zach on this. That I think you and I have similar approaches when it comes to something's off. This man is not it. And we're doing it from a great place of love, of genuine adoration of the person we're trying to say this to. And I know for myself, whenever I try, when he's telling her, girl, he has 3 kids with 2 different women, somehow it always ends the way it did between them. It never comes out washes out the way I would hope. What did you think about this with Brittany and this new man?
I'm kind of mixed, because part of me is like, she just got free of like Jack's like I don't want her to jump into another relationship. And so I do want her to date. I do think I'm sorry, straight ladies, whenever you're in a heterosexual relationship, it's gonna be toxic when you're dating. Like, no matter what, things are gonna be weird. I'm sorry, this is just what I've observed from your community. And so I'm like, a little toxicity is fine. Like, he lives in another, state. He got kids, she got kids. They're distracted. If they want to like cyber sex at night, like, who cares? What's the big deal? If he want to say, hey, you want to be my girlfriend? What's the big deal? So for Zach to be like, whoa, 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 you guys are going too fast and what? He doesn't live in the state. For me, if we don't live in the same state, it's not a real relationship, baby. I'm sorry.
Well, I think he lives in California, but it's 3 hours away. That was I could be wrong though.
Okay. How often, like, are they, I mean, Zach's seeing a lot more than I'm seeing. So maybe he's really prioritizing this man. I will trust Zach on that. But I'm just like, girl, if he hitting it right and you need somebody to hit it right now, like, get that. Like, I want her to have somebody who makes her feel beautiful. I want that for her. And sometimes, and I think I'm speaking from personal experience, because when I got out of my marriage, I got into my most toxic relationship. And did I at any point think it was real or that it was going to last? No, but I was going through something, and I needed to feel some things. And also I felt like I needed to punish myself in a way. And so I felt like I was kind of doing it through that relationship. So I'm just saying I didn't take it seriously. So maybe that's what this is for her. Like, she wanted a little boyfriend. She wanted a little fling. It's not like he's moving in with her. No. But the drama with the baby mamas really does concern me. It really does.
Yeah, same. I'm not saying someone who has had children with other people can't try and get in a new relationship, but it's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah, but to be fair, she does have hella baggage with her baby daddy, no? Okay.
Yes.
So for tat, right? They're kind of perfect for each other right now. They're both going through a lot. So let them have each other,
Yeah.
She's not ready for a healed person, I don't think yet. She's still healing herself, and I wish her the best.
Agreed. Yeah. Truly. Jasmine and Janet's conversation. Okay. I'm on nobody's side here at this point.
Right? Oh my gosh. I didn't know how to, I was like, I cannot decide whose side I'm on. And that's the way to say it. I'm on nobody's side.
Because Janet, she's trying to enjoy a taco. There were already issues, which I don't even know that I can recall why Lala doesn't get along with Zach and Jasmine. But she's trying to eat her taco. And they're that type of person that comes up and is like, no, go ahead. You can just keep eating.
I actually think that was rude to keep eating. I think when someone comes up, yes, it's annoying that she interrupted your taco, but when someone comes to talk to you, you got to put the food down, sis. You got to put it down. That was a little bit rude, but I mean, she came to her with good intentions. And for that, I was like, okay, Janet, she's gone to therapy. She's trying. All I ask for somebody is that they try, and she was trying. I wanted to give her a second chance. But then after she apologized, she sat there and said, do you have anything you want to say to me? And I said, oh, girl, why does it always got to go south?
It always does. She reminds me of this girl that I've talked about before that I was friends with, that once I recognized it, just everything ended up being so difficult, more than necessary, and that she never had anything kind or good to say about anyone in her life. And I went, oh, that will include me. Absolutely. And the things, one of the biggest things that would irk me about her is she would mince every word I said, but then would conveniently forget really shitty things she would say to me and really shitty remarks that I still to this day remember. I mean, I not even that long after I'd had McCoy, he was maybe, gosh, I don't even know that he was a year old, and I had lost. Listen, y'all, I was pushing 200 pounds the day I gave birth to him. I gained over 60 pounds.
Oh, yeah.
And I lost like maybe 40 of those pounds. I was a small size 6. And I said, yeah, I've lost quite a bit of the weight one day. And she goes, yeah, you're about average. And I was like, no, actually, I'm not. That's really harmful to consider a size 6 the average size of a female, but okay.
Crazy. But also, side note, you should know that I actually showed Paris a picture of us in that limo from when it was literally like 2010. Okay. You were like 21. Okay. And I was 23. And I was like, look, here's a picture. I think the only person you'll recognize is Caitlin. And she was like, where's Caitlin?
Oh, yeah. I was heavier. Yeah.
And I was like, right here. She was like, wait, Caitlin who? I said that Caitlin was just staying with us. She was like,
yeah.
How does Caitlin look younger now? She was like, she looks in her 20s now, but Caitlin somehow is Benjamin buttoning herself. Okay.
You were too kind.
She was like, that is crazy. How did she look the same age, but like in two different ways? She was singing your praises, girl. So
that is very kind. That is very kind. At that time when I had moved to LA, maybe 3 months, because it was maybe March that we started right at NIFA. Yeah. I had an emergency appendectomy, and I like literally in the middle of the night, and I had gained maybe 20 pounds from that before I moved to LA. So I was a little bit heavier when I started at NIFA, and then I ended up eventually just randomly losing the weight. But yeah,
that it must be a thin girl thing, because I've like ever since I met you, you've always been like a thin girl to me. You know what I mean? Like I've always put you in the thin girl category, but you just went from like thin to thinner in a different way, which like you just, that just means you're always going to be in a thin girl category. That's Paris too. She's always going to be in a thin girl category, but I have to be
You've
careful.
always been thin. Yes, you have. You don't
know what happened in 2014. You don't know what happened. I said, you know what? Let me try and be a big girl, because I actually find thicker girls so sexy and like voluptuous. And I was like, I think I would be such a good looking thick girl. So I just let myself go.
You've never,
I just said,
baby, you've never been thick like that.
I will show you the pictures, girl. I was like a size 14.
No.
Yes, I was. Yes, I was for 1 year. And you know why it was for 1 year? Because I didn't look good. And I was so sad, because some girls look so good thick and I didn't.
Yeah.
Only look good thin. So I have to work for my entire life to stay in the thin girl category. And it's just easy for you. So I'm sorry. I just have to put that out there.
Well, first of all, and 14, a size 14 is not big by any means. You're just in LA. And
that's what I'm saying. In LA, they were like, girl, like, and it hurts. And dang, I gotta go to New York or something. I gotta be with like some people who are just like, we just care if you're real. But nope, I gotta live in beauty standards of America. So,
well, you're the real Benjamin Button here. Anyway, as we're okay. Everybody's body is beautiful. Yes,
everybody. Sorry.
So,
woman meant.
Yes, that's just called being a girl. That's what we're just girls.
Okay, well, should we talk about Lala and her trying to hit on this 38-year-old lifeguard really quick? Because
yeah, can we? Yeah.
Okay, like I've seen some people hate on it. Like, girl, are you doing it for a storyline or what? But I'm just like, Lala being Lala. Like, this has been like, this is old fun Lala. I'm excited to see Lala back. The haters are going to hate no matter what. But I am giving Lala a second chance. I am big on second chances. And so far, I feel refreshed. I feel like I got some old VPR energy back on the show. I'm happy to see her. I was happy to celebrate Sosa's first birthday with her. She is adorable. So, like, I'm sorry, y'all, but I I stand Lala being on the Valley. I approve.
She's always been this way. I don't know why people think it was performative. That is who she is. And the guy was good looking. It's not like she was just grabbing up anything. Come on. It's
okay. Yeah, I've seen a lot of hate, just especially in this last episode. And some of it has been directed towards Lacey. What are you?
She annoyed me. Oh, she annoyed me.
Have you heard that she has sent multiple casting tapes in to be a housewife? You could tell.
Okay.
You could tell the way they introduced her and her house and her family. Like, and the way that she speaks to Jesse. She don't like that man.
No, she does
very
not.
much dating him because she could not get on the Housewives and she needed to make her way onto a show. And I think that's why she didn't want to sign the waiver, because she was like, I am not trying to be in this drama. I'm trying to be on this show. But it didn't pan out. And now she's like, but honestly, the energy that she was bringing, I kind of fucked with it. Jesse was like, I love you. And she was like, thank you.
No, you liked her being mean to a man. I'm going to tell you what type of girl she is. And it's the type of girl that I cannot stand. The type that's like, oh, yeah, well, I mean, my house has 5 bedrooms and 5 bathrooms. Yeah, well, I've already done that. I have this and I have that. So no, I actually know better than you do. And the way she talks, something is just, and I know she's been through some trauma and tries to, but I am going to have to judge who she is right now and her choice to be very big and bold on this show, which is fine. Do it. If you're going to do it, do it. I am not a fan. I don't, the energy is not good for me.
I'm intrigued. No, I'm intrigued by Lacey. I think she's a character for sure. I'm not sure if it's a likable one, but that's okay. It was Jessie Lally. Like, how much were we really going to like her? She over here buying Michelle's daughter Dolce & Gabbana sandals. Stop. I can't afford rent. Like, you're pissing me off. But also,
I hate that.
But yeah.
I hate that.
I don't know. I'm interested to see more. It seems like she got her foot placed firmly on Jessie's neck.
Oh yeah.
And I want her to keep it there. So I'd like to see more.
I think Jesse just likes it when a woman is kind of mean to him. Because think of how Michelle was with him and all of that.
Yes, that's very much his kink for sure.
Uh-huh. Danny and Nia. Oh my God. What is with the men thinking it is even remotely acceptable to actually let it come out of their mouths about wanting to have sex with their partner who has just given birth within the last 4 months more often when she is still a food factory? Even if she's not a food factory, she is still, the hormones have not left. And Danny and Luke, the actual audacity after my body is still not mine and you want me to give it to you again right now? Nia's conversation with Danny, Nia, I'm going to need you to go, even if it's your shaky voice, I'm going to need you to stand up here, my girl. I need you to stand up because this man is saying to you, yeah, well, you got to focus on the good stuff and what's in front of you. Listen here, you asshole. She just drove from the doctor in 2 hours traffic with a newborn, had to pull over to breastfeed. I am ready to wring your goddamn neck, Danny. And then you think it's cute to be like, oh, well, I want my son to have a brother, so maybe we should go for 5. And the way he's treating her is as though, well, you wanted baby number 4, so no, fuck you. You participated. You said, yeah, let's go ahead. You could have said, I'm not doing it. This is a partnership, so be a fucking partner, as she is sitting there saying she needs help. Ooh.
She's literally just like begging for like consoling and like a hug, is telling him how hard it is. Like, I'm expecting the next words out of his mouth to be, how can I help? Tell me what I can do. How can I unload your plate? I am so sorry. I did not realize it was this bad for you. That's what I'm expecting. What does he say?
Yes.
Make sure you keep up with that sex schedule I made you.
He would not need a vasectomy if he said that to me. Those balls would be gone.
And she don't
I
say
would've
nothing.
thrown 'em.
I'm waiting for her to cuss her out. She don't say nothing. It's like the same conversation with her and Janet. She's just like, girl, open your mouth and say something. I don't know how to feel with Nia. I don't know. Because it was, girl, I want to punch your husband in the face, okay? And I need you to do it. I need you to do it for me or say something, okay? That's annoying. And then the Janet conversation, again, Janet is like, do you have anything you want to say to me? Stop coming to conversations like that, okay? That's not how you do it. You don't know how to communicate like a real person. It's weird.
Mm-mm.
Read a book, watch a TV show. I don't know, but it's weird. If you're sorry, come to them, say you're sorry, but you don't need to have a reciprocal apology in order for your apology to land. It's
Exactly.
very weird.
It is.
Yeah. So again, with that conversation with Nia and Janet, on nobody's side. What's happening?
No.
Who am I supposed to ride for in this show? Kristen? I guess.
Yeah.
I'll take her. I'll take it.
Kristen and Zach at this point.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
That's where I'm at personally.
And Lala, this is where we are
yeah.
at in the valley, you guys. I'm over here, and Lala is one of my favorite characters.
Look at where we are.
Look at where we are.
Wow.
Interesting.
Well, I think we discussed next week we're going to talk about Rhode Island because that show is fantastic. Since we were only able to do one episode this week, I wanted to get some of our heavy hitters in and have even more info about our Rhode Island girlies. Is it Monday nights it comes on? I'm now confused. I need to look that up.
Oh, yeah. I thought it was Tuesdays, but it can't be Tuesdays. Yeah, maybe it's Mondays. I think it's weird because they dropped 2 episodes in 1 week on 2 different days. So we were like, what's the day? Okay, yeah, we're going to have to look that up.
I'm looking right now. Okay, can you just tell me? April 12th. Okay, so
that's in 2 days.
Oh.
Day after tomorrow.
Okay, so
Sunday?
it's on Sundays.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, so we have Atlanta and Rhode Island on Sundays. So then I think Wednesdays we can do Atlanta, Rhode Island, Summer House whenever we're releasing our episodes, and Friday. I know we didn't get into Beverly Hills, but we had too much to catch up on, y'all. It was just impossible. We didn't even get to Southern Hospitality. So then Fridays, maybe we'll focus on the Valley, Southern Hospitality, Beverly Hills, and we'll be throwing in normally like we do all sorts of different topics and things, telling you what's going on with us. So just to give you a more set schedule, we've been trying to get there, but it's just been chaos, I feel like.
Whew, it's a lot going on.
Yes. Lots.
But I kind of like it. I like being in this mess with you, Katie Cakes.
Yes. Couldn't do it with anyone else. Okay, friends, could you do us a solid? If you're watching on YouTube, hit the like, subscribe button. And then could you also support us by going on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, give us 5 stars and just be like, oh, they're so much fun, what have you. Just say something nice. It's the best free way to support the show, and share our show with your friends. If you're in the Denver area, let me know that you would want to do the watch parties. I need more people saying yes, because even if 200 people say yes, I'm going to assume only 100 are showing up. So I just need to know more are interested, because we are working on it, like I said, and we may be able to do a whole Tessa and I together on it as well.
Yeah,
so
looking forward to it.
Yeah. Okay, friends, that should be it for today. I hope y'all have a fabulous weekend.
Yes, get your titties out, have some fun, plan some goals, be inspired, have sex with someone new, cheat on your partner. Okay.
No, wear protection.
I'm sorry.
You can tell whose mom.
I don't know where I went. It's sometimes I get unhinged on a Friday. I've rolled it back.
It's the Friday energy. It's some people get Sunday scaries. You get Friday freakies.
Yes. Girl, yes. Someone Friday freaky. Yeah. Love it. I'm going to be stealing it from now on.
Yeah. Use it. You have license. Okay, friends, we will see you next week on Wednesday. Thanks for joining.
See ya.
Retired party girls, yeah, we spilling the tea. From Bravo to pop culture, no apology. White refrigerator, buy wig, please. It's all happening. Mid-season receipts left the party at 10, but the vibe's still loud. Front row on the sofa, breaking it down. If it's trending, messy, spiraling fast, we rewind the footage and run it back. That's my opinion. Yeah, I said what I said. Confetti, no energy. Drama keeps us fed. Champagne.